From business to entertainment, I sit down with folks who have reached their own level of success to discuss their accomplishments, the lessons they've learned, and the challenges they faced along the way. You're listening to The Jordan James Show. In a world where conventional education and traditional careers are becoming more and more obsolete, people are looking to modern and unorthodox ways of making a living. Whether that be as an app developer, a podcast producer, or an Uber driver, what's here today could very well change in just a few short months, with technology being the driving force behind it. The flow of information, our growing screen dependency, and the desire to do things we've always done in new ways falls in the hands of the entrepreneurs with revolutionary mindsets, just like our guest today. Brandon Mimms began exploring the world of social media in high school, just before he decided to pursue a post-secondary education in sales and marketing. At that point, he left school feeling uninspired, as if the knowledge he gained would unlikely help him grow the way he wanted to in the real world. Mimms then got a 9-to-5 job to pay the bills, but he quickly realized that he would need to take his destiny in his own hands, which led him to building his first Twitter account with over 500,000 followers. Today, Brandon has built a network of over 10 million followers across more than 20 highly sought-after pages, as well as working with multi-million-dollar companies and some very recognizable brands. Thank you very much, Brandon, for being here. I appreciate it. Welcome to the show.
No, thank you for having me.
Take us back a little bit. Tell us about your origin story. Where did you come from, and how did you get into what you're doing now?
Yeah, sure. I born and raised in Niagara Falls, Canada. Been here my whole life, and basically, I'm a social media guru, as some people say, or I've been called a social media ninja, or like a legend. I've heard it all now. I've basically started out in the Twitter world back in like grade 11, grade 12, which has been over 10 years or something like that now, which is crazy. Just randomly I have a personal Twitter account, and then I made a separate account because basically I was scared of what people would thought of what I would be posting, and it would be like just relatable quotes or memes and stuff like that. So I made a separate page, and I know you know the story from over a year ago when we talked for the first time, but I was tweeting like 10 to 15 times a day, and within the first week I had like a couple of tweets that went viral, and it blew me up to 500,000 followers, and it was mind-blowing. And then didn't really know that there was money to be made in the social media world until basically brands and other meme pages or quote pages and even influencers were hitting me up asking for ad spots.
Yeah. So take us back to that first page that you grew to 500,000 followers in under a week. What was going through your mind? And was there like a process, or how did that happen?
No process. Honestly, it's just luck. It's just a couple tweets where other people enjoyed, and like one of the, before I ended up selling my page, at one point I had over 50 Twitter pages, and
wow.
This one was my first account, and the last one I've held on to until about maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I finally sold it. Basically that first couple of tweets that went viral, the one I think had 1.2 million retweets and over 5 million favorites. And then they changed it to likes a couple of years ago. So kind of went viral and had no secret sauce, no special, just I was consistent. I was posting a lot of content, went viral, and that page ended up getting to like 5 million followers.
Wow. So are you still in the Twitter world at all, or have you completely kind of left that behind?
Completely left it behind, fully invested in a little bit in Facebook right now, but mainly Instagram.
So talk us through a few of your highlights of your career so far. Like you said, you've been in the industry for over 10 years now. What is there anything that's kind of surprised you, or anything that you've kind of discovered along the way?
Surprise is you don't really know how much control these platforms generally have. I was lucky enough in the Twitter world that I got out just before there was multiple ban waves. They were just shutting down big accounts literally for no reason. They didn't really give any explanation of why it happened or anything like that. It was all over the news.
Hmm.
People were losing hundreds of thousands of dollars of their networks just
Wow.
gone. Um, I was lucky enough to get out of it before this all happened, but pretty much, I believe, really ruined Twitter. I don't know, especially in Canada, I don't really know many people that still actively use Twitter.
Hmm.
Um, I know it's still a powerful tool and all that type of stuff, but a lot of brands don't use it anymore. Um, After that ban wave, it pretty much killed itself, unfortunately.
Yeah. So if I could only manage one social media account right now, like which platform would you say I should use? Like what are the most powerful platforms currently?
What I tell people is Instagram and Facebook. Um,
Yeah.
they're so big that they're not going anywhere. They're massive.
Yeah.
I know there's newer platforms coming out like TikTok, and TikTok's massive and stuff like that. Um, and it's very addicting. Spend hours
Yeah.
on that daily on it,
Yeah.
just scrolling for days. But it's a crazy platform. But what I'm telling people now, especially clients, is get on TikTok, be very active on it. But you can link YouTube channels, Instagram
Mhm.
space, like Instagram stuff, and basically direct your fan base that you grow on there because it's so organic, and drive it back to your other platforms because
Right.
uh, I don't know if you remember Vine, but Vine lasted for 3 years and then shut down out of nowhere. And I
Yeah.
feel like TikTok could be in that same situation. They actually did a ban wave about 3 weeks ago, similar to Twitter. I think it came out and they banned like 500,000 accounts or something like that. It's crazy. And if you actually go on TikTok's actual Instagram page and you go through the comments, it's all these random people messaging saying like, "Hey, I just got permanently banned. Like, please help.
Wow.
No one's responding to me and all that." So like, it just shows you how much control that they actually have. But these platforms, there's so much opportunity and so much growth and so much money to build out brands and personal brands and stuff like that, that like you kind of need to be on these platforms.
Yeah. And even like before TikTok was TikTok, it was Musically, and then it just
Yeah.
kind of transformed into what it is now all of a sudden.
Yeah. So what happened there is like TikTok and Musically were separately apps, and then TikTok
Hmm.
bought Musically out and merged them all in.
Okay, that makes sense.
Uh, uh,
And you also hear these horror stories of people getting shadow banned too, where all of a sudden your videos are getting millions of views, hundreds of thousands, and then all of a sudden nothing.
yeah. Yeah, that happens on Instagram, that happens on Facebook, happens on TikTok now. There is ways to work around out of a shadow ban. What I like to tell people is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, they like to make money. They have
Yeah.
to make money. So if you want to get out of a shadow ban on Instagram or Facebook, post something, keep continuing to post. Typically a shadow ban lasts like 1 to 4 weeks. Um, but post something, boost it, put
Hmm.
$10, $20 on it, and do that for the next like 10 posts, and things will start going back to normal. Just because these platforms are free to be on, there's millions of people on these platforms, but they need to make money out of this too, because there's pages out there making money selling ad spots and stuff like that.
Right.
Well, Instagram, one way or another, wants to get paid from this as well. So if you put money
Yeah.
back into your accounts, it only benefits your accounts. You're going to hit new audience. if you're good at boosting posts and picking your target audience. And it makes Instagram, Facebook happy because you're spending money back into their platform.
Sneaky.
So, yeah. Hey, there's ways around it. So
yeah. So what are your tips for going viral or amassing a large amount of followers? Because I can seem to make a video go push through the algorithm on TikTok unless it's a prank.
Yeah, it's there's tons of different ways. So are you talking just for TikTok?
I mean, TikTok itself, but also like Instagram, basically, because I know the last time we spoke, you mentioned that videos and is basically key. It's key in order to kind of in the new game of social media or the new world of social media. So yeah, just in general.
Yeah. So we'll quickly talk about TikTok. People there's a lot of tricks and tips and stuff like that. So like basically they want a full vertical video. They don't want a video that has black on the top, black on the bottom type stuff. People typically they like words or different filters on the actual, like built into the TikTok videos, using trending hashtags, but not too many. Only use like 3 to 5 max. Right now, TikTok's the only platform, I believe, that hashtags work. And then popular music, putting like a popular like audio music on it, or like a voiceover, whatever's trending. Those typically tend to go viral, and consistency. TikTok typically wants like 3 videos a day. Every day.
So that's actually true. Posting more content a day does help you go viral.
Yeah. So that's for TikTok. Instagram, I believe adding a whole bunch of hashtags actually gets you shadow banned. So I don't believe hashtags work at all on Instagram or Facebook anymore. And basically Reels for Instagram. Reels is another version of basically TikTok. If you do the similar stuff on Instagram with Reels, those tend to go viral and more organic as of right now.
Right. And Reels seems to be a little bit more of a powerful tool because it's connected to your Instagram. So people can just go back to your page and also follow you from there.
Yeah. Reels is definitely the way to go. It's crazy. In Instagram, someone leaked what like the rule or like what Instagram wants people to be posting.
Right.
And it's like 1 to 2 like normal photo posts, 1 to 2 like normal videos. Then it's like 3 to 5 reels, and then 1 IGTV or going live once. And this is weekly.
What's your advice for recycled TikToks on Reels? Because that's something that we see quite often is people will just be reposting their TikToks with the watermark on Instagram Reels.
Yeah. Instagram came out now and said that pretty much you'll get shadow banned if you now post downloaded TikTok videos on Reels. So it's a big no.
Get rid of that watermark.
Yeah. All you got to do is not have that watermark. So now they have a bot now that's looking for those TikTok tags because they don't want them on the platform. They want genuinely real, not recycled content from TikTok and just dedicated on Instagram.
Yeah. Wow. That makes sense. Because it's kind of insulting, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
So let's just jump right back into your career a little bit and more about success overall. When did you first realize that working a traditional job wasn't for you?
I'm all about working multiple jobs. I always, when I was younger, I was always like buying and flipping things for more money, or I was trying to think of more ways to make more money on top. And you basically have full control. Like you can pick your hours. I work crazy hours now. It's basically passion. I really love social media and the digital world and stuff like that. And I basically self-taught myself. Like I went to college and I had a 1-day course or like it was like a marketing course, but only one day they talked about social media.
Yeah.
Now you can have a full on course. Probably you could literally go to school now for just social media. Like there's so much opportunity and so much you can learn, and what people think it's just, oh, I just post a photo or I just tweet and stuff like that. There's so much more work that goes into it, and coming up with generally good content and knowing what works, what doesn't work, and stuff like that.
Yeah, because even in my program at broadcasting, they've finally added an online content course where that's all that we do is we learn about social media, podcasting, and just everything to do with online content, which I think is really important, because how many people really watch traditional TV nowadays?
Not me.
No, not me.
not me. Lots of it's sports. Not me.
Right.
I don't watch anything on TV. I literally watch YouTube videos. Yeah. And some of those YouTube videos are podcast videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it. It's a little bit of Netflix here and there, but that's it.
No, for sure. So what motivates you every day, Brandon? What gets you out of bed and kind of focused? Because it must be tough not having somebody to look over you or to watch over what you're doing and kind of give you directions.
Yeah. Well, the best part is I don't have to get out of bed. I can literally just do it right. I wake up, I turn around, grab my phone, and I get to work.
Yeah.
So that's probably a good indication that I don't have to get up and get ready and then drive to an office or anything like that, and stick it out, do the 9 to 5, then come home and drive home. And you know what I mean? I could literally just wake up, grab my phone, and I'm already starting working. So that's definitely a good sign.
What would you say are the biggest factors that have contributed to your success so far?
Definitely passion, motivation, staying consistent, and not so much now, but when I first started, not listening to to friends and family, or saying like, oh, like, what are you going to do with social media? Or there's no money in social media and all that type of stuff. Now I've turned it into a full career. Not exactly where I want to be with my high expectation of my goals, but definitely in it sitting pretty right now because of all the hard work and time and effort I put into it.
Right. And they always say the sky's the limit, but I like to say, why stop there? Like you can just kind of keep going and never stop.
Yeah. Like I said, my goals are almost untouchable, but I'm definitely going to get there and and from there, I won't be satisfied and I'll keep wanting to go higher. So.
Right. No doubt. What would you say is, well, actually, if you could go back in time and do it all over again, what would you do differently?
Definitely start earlier, invest more time, money. And back then I was kind of listening of like the feedback from like older people and friends and family and stuff like that. And I wish I just tuned it all out and just put my head down and fully went for it. I would be a lot farther than what I am today if I did. So
kind of just don't let people get in your head pretty much.
Yeah. There's a lot of negative people out in the world. And when they see you step out of the box and doing something completely that's not what you're basically go to school for, and they basically make you into a robot and tell you have to go into university, and then you have to get a corporate job and you have to do this and all that. Basically, if you're stepping outside the box, people who follow those steps don't believe in you and will talk behind your back or say stuff in front of you and stuff like that. And there's a lot of negative people out there, and I it's good to say that I don't know, hopefully this doesn't sound cocky, but the people that were joking around and saying oh, you're only going to college, or oh, like no money in social media, like oh, all you do is tweet and stuff like that. They're the ones that went to university, still living at home, working at like Walmart, or like, which there's nothing wrong with working at Walmart, but they're working minimum wage jobs and stuff like that. And they got a a degree in something that there's no jobs and stuff like that, and they didn't believe in the digital world and the social media and all that. So yeah.
No, I mean, for sure. That definitely doesn't sound cocky, because I've seen that too. Like it happens, and people are doing things that are completely opposite to what their goals were. And it's just because, hey, mind your business, stay in your lane.
Yeah. I like to see other people succeed, especially the ones that start up a store or want to be like a fitness coach or whatever, like whatever it is, anything that's online.
Yeah.
I really supportive of all those people, because you're definitely stepping in, and maybe not so much nowadays, but you're stepping out into a different world for sure.
Right. No, and I've actually just interviewed somebody who's now a fitness coach, just launched his own business during quarantine, got totally jacked, is now helping other people achieve their dreams. And I mean, that's inspirational to see.
Yeah. And now you don't need a massive building or a gym to have all these people. You can literally go on Instagram Live and have a whole bunch of people do workouts with you and stuff like that. So
develop an app. Yeah.
It's a crazy world now.
Absolutely. So what would you say is the key driving force behind your success and behind you becoming an entrepreneur altogether?
I know I keep saying this, but definitely passion. You really, really have to be passionate of what you do, because it's long hours and a lot of work, and it doesn't start off being pretty. You might not make a dime in over a year, 2 years, 3 years. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
I was lucky, and I was making a little bit of money after the first couple of weeks of trying to do social media. But yeah, no, it's definitely passion. Definitely have people in your small circle that's maybe doing similar things, or just people starting out businesses, and keep pumping each other up. You need good people in your circle to keep you motivated. For sure. For sure.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your process of working with a client, and any clients that you can kind of talk to us about.
Yeah. Basically, I have multiple different services. We were talking about it before the podcast, but basically, I do everything social media related. I can do content creation for people. I can help people, tell them what to post, what not to post, when to post, help them build audience. I actually sell follower campaigns now. I have over 10 million followers on Instagram, and I can use my pages in different niches to help grow other brands and influencers and other theme pages as well. So there's all that. I do website development now, specialize in the Shopify store area. I do Amazon and wholesale stores as well. Basically, anything digital marketing related, I've pretty much took over, and trying to be a one-stop shop for digital marketing now. So that's kind of like everything in a nutshell of what I do. I also own myself over 25 pages across Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat as well. So I'm posting on all these pages myself daily, every single day, posts, stories and videos and reels and TikToks and all that. So on a daily basis. Yeah. Some of the clients I work with growing my NHL players now. I work with 4 NHL players. Some of them are with their personal brand. Some of them are with companies that they started outside of the NHL. So I help them grow those brands. I've worked with, I actually worked with TikTok in the early stages of them launching. I helped them onboard. I think my numbers were over 50,000 new users.
Wow, that's crazy.
With TikTok. I mean, now they got millions on millions, but so it's nothing compared to what I did for them, but it was an initial launch. And I was able with my audience to drive people over, and got over 50. I think the numbers were over 50,000, which was crazy back then for me.
Yeah.
Worked with PUBG mobile, help
Right.
them onboard people on their mobile app, RuneScape mobile. I work with now a lot of drink companies. So
Huh.
there's alcoholic brands, like kind of like a booster drink. Cool. I love that type of industry. I've worked with a lot of big, well-known restaurants in Vegas and LA.
Wow.
So yeah, helping building up their brands and stuff like that. I'm working with some actors right now. I don't like giving out names, just because some people like to keep it quiet that they're getting help in the social media world with. There's nothing wrong with getting help in the social media world. There's so much to
Yeah.
do, and that, like, I know people now that are literally strictly managers just for Instagram, just posting content on Instagram for, like, the girl. She's based out of LA, and she works with, I think, over 50 actors in LA, just
Wow.
posting content for them, just strictly stories. That's it.
Huh.
And so, like, it's crazy, right? So because you got to be active almost every day to keep your audience happy and engaging and
Right.
stuff like that, right? And keep Instagram happy. So yeah, it's crazy now. Like, there's this one actor, I help him with his growth. And then he has 3 people also that work on his Instagram page. So he literally does not touch his Instagram page, which is crazy. I mean, like, he goes on and like stuff and that, but he has someone who literally just handles his personal messages, his DMs, and then he has someone that posts his stories, and another one that engaging likes and comments and stuff like that.
Wow. That's
Yeah, and then
insane.
he just posts timelines. That's it.
Wow. So just going back to that in terms of content creation, are there like boxes that you tick in order to know that something's a good piece of content, or how do you know what to post?
Solid graphics are definitely, like, building out a theme is key.
Hmm.
So, and following that theme. So there's tons of different themes out there that you can follow, or create your own, but sticking with the same type of theme definitely helps. Instead of posting random stuff here and there, even with a personal brand. A lot of people now are like, everything is like a tinge pink or a tinge, like, so
Hmm.
no matter where they are, they have like a filter that goes over it, and it's the same filter on every single post. So it's the same type of vibe all throughout their content. Yeah, it's
So
crazy. There's
yeah.
tons of stuff to think about, just on a simple post, right? Like, people think, like, back in the day, 2010, you can just take a picture of your food and post it, no filter, no nothing, right? No,
Yeah.
now it's play around with filters and timelines and doing like certain stories and reels, and it's crazy now.
Right. And just getting to work with all these different kinds of people and all these different industries. Do you ever stop learning, or are you always kind of keeping your mind open and always just adding more to your toolbox?
Always learning. Instagram's always changing, especially like reels came out of nowhere. No one knew reels was coming. Boom, reels
Yeah.
is working, and now it's like, that's like the best way to grow right now and get the most reach.
Hmm.
So yeah, you always have to be learning, and there's always new platforms coming in, and you have to figure out basically if it's worth your time to start going on these newer platforms,
Right.
and keep spreading yourself thin.
So just going back to your career a little bit, what would you say is the best career decision that you've made so far?
Hit me with that one, eh? But no, let me think. I've had a lot of good, and there's been obviously a lot of negative uh,
Yeah.
things, mistakes that I've made for sure. Just before the pandemic, I started really focusing on premium usernames. Or, like, typically premium usernames is like a one-word username. One of the pages I own, which is USA,
Mhm.
like at USA.
Wow.
It's crazy the amount of tags I'm getting from it, and hashtags, and people following on a daily basis or organically. Like, I haven't put in much time and work into that page as I want to as of right now. But it's grew from 0 to 114,000 followers, and just
Wow.
in just a year, and just from posting, strictly just posting. So that's the power of having like some of these premium usernames. So I've been so this like last year and a half, I've been really focusing on these premium usernames.
Yeah, and talk to us a little bit about the acquisition process. How do you go about getting these usernames?
It's a whole process. It's kind of hard to explain. There's different ways of doing it, but there's usernames now that have been inactive since 2010, 2011, 2012, right? And They got some of the best usernames. So basically, I have like connections within Facebook and Instagram. So I will have to go talk to them, see what the best way is. Sometimes I'll have trademarks, copyright stuff to try and attain these usernames legitimately. Yeah, it's a huge process. I'm actually in the process of trying to get 3 or 4 ones right now, and it's if I pull out and get these usernames, one of them is I don't want to give out the usernames just yet. Hopefully I get them before the podcast comes out, and maybe we can slip them in. But there's one that's really, really good, and it's I can do a lot of good. So I'm not planning on making any money from this platform, this username, and it'll be a lot of money, hopefully, that I can generate from donations. Like I'm hoping like hundreds of thousands, basically donations to. I don't want to give it out.
Yeah,
it's hard to without trying to walk around it.
I see you.
Yeah, it's because I gotta stay focused and don't want to give out too much, so I can legitimately attain this username, but it'll be a lot of good for the community.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed.
Worldwide.
Best of luck to you there, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Basically, the best way to say it, I'll be starting out a charity. And this username is a very highly hashtagged username, and it's a lot of it's happening right now, especially during the pandemic. There's a little bit of a hint there. Hopefully it doesn't give it away too much, but it'll be good. No, not expecting to make any money with this, expecting to put a lot of money into this project, but I hope it does a lot of good.
Wow, that's great.
Worldwide. So
yeah. And just speaking about the pandemic a little bit in general, how have things changed for you when the pandemic hit? Like obviously, like you do a lot of your work at home and remotely, but I'm sure things must have been impacted to some level.
Yeah, definitely a bit. Not so much on my end, more so clients. I was trying to help out the smaller brands, and they were like restaurants and stuff like that. And well, they can't be open during the pandemic, right? So it's kind of hard. It's kind of not worth it to advertise and put money into your pages if you're not open. So it's kind of, I basically told people to just go on idle until hopefully this blows over and restaurants can be fully open. The smaller businesses, definitely for sure, I can't help them as much right now because during the pandemic, it all depends on where they are within the world and what their government is controlling. So not so much my end, other than I can't help, and I really want to help as many influencers or brands or restaurants, whatever it is, wineries. I want to help all of them in the social world, because there's a lot of people out there who try to do similar things that I do and post content for them, and they pay them like a salary, and unfortunately they don't have the knowledge that I've been through the last 10 to 12 years that I've been doing social media.
Yeah, definitely.
It's pretty much the people that go to university and go get then they go take these social media jobs that they went for, like Knies.
Right. Yeah. The last time we spoke, you mentioned that video and creating video is a main player in the whole world of social media right now. I think at that time, TikTok was kind of new. IGTV had just launched. Where do you see the world of social media going from here?
definitely still video. Definitely. Everyone wants to watch something. No one's watching traditional TV anymore. People are literally going on YouTube, watching other people play video games or watching live like podcasts on video. I think video is still massive. Another platform that's getting big right now is Clubhouse. Clubhouse is mainly just audio. So now people can literally be doing a workout, going for a walk, or just be doing work and having a Clubhouse on, and you can be listening to like a podcast on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Definitely audio, video is still huge.
And would you say that Clubhouse is probably the most untapped social media platform currently?
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. They have a lot of hype right now because it's invite only.
Right.
But if anyone needs any invites, let me know. They keep sending me invites to send out to people. So yeah, I think I got like 7 invites or 8 invites. They gave me another one today.
Wow.
So yeah, they keep wanting me to send it out to people, which is great. So yeah, let me know.
Definitely. So just going back to the whole entrepreneurial world in general, what would you say are the top 3 skills needed to be a real successful entrepreneur?
I'll keep going with my recycle content from earlier. Is definitely passion.
Yeah.
Passion's huge. You definitely need it. Building out a smaller circle of basically motivational people are doing the similar stuff to you, or someone in the same line of stuff that you're doing. Keep bouncing off ideas and working with each other and keep pumping each other up. That's definitely huge. Good group of people, maybe like a couple mentors who are higher in the space that you want to be in, but a little bit like higher up than you. Right. Basically, maybe even work for them and kind of learn what they do and what they don't do and what they believe in and stuff like that. Those are probably like the main stuff. Maybe slip in there. You don't have someone breathing on your neck. You pick your own hours. You pick your clients. You pick what you want to do. So those are probably the three or 4 main things.
Yeah. And now you mentioned the small circle of people around you, and obviously you've met people and you've learned from people in that industry along the way. What would you say is the power of networking? How important is that, especially in this field?
Huge. I think just power of networking in general, like even if you do the 9 to 5, like when I hire people, I don't look at resumes. Resumes are so old school.
Yeah.
Make me a video. Tell me why you want to work for me, or think of outside of the box. Like, I don't care what education you have. Show me the experience. Show me what you can do. Education means nothing to me. It's literally a piece of paper. And there's no point of like, I'm not saying don't go to school and all that type of stuff. I went to college. I did a 2-year and then I did a 3-year within 1 year. So I did 5 years and 3 years. I've always been asked, like, would I go back to school? And it's like, no. If anything, if I'm going back to school, I'm the teacher and I'm teaching people. Yeah. That's the only way. Like people that are going to school for business for 4 or 5 years, and compared to someone that maybe didn't go to post-secondary school or college or university, or maybe only went to college. If the guy who didn't go to school or college is a really good graphic designer or a really good content or videographer, or knows the space already and has pages that they built and brands that they work with. Yeah. And this guy just has a piece of paper that went to university. I'm 100% going with the other guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't really believe in university's better than college or anything like that. And I don't really believe in resumes. Like, I'll look at them, but if the first like 10 seconds doesn't intrigue me and it's just the same boring resume from 10 years ago, I don't care. I rather a video or anything like that. Anything outside the box. right? Come to my house, do a rap song or something. I don't know.
And that seems to be where the world is going. Yeah, absolutely. Like even I went and did my 3-year TV production program, and I'm just teaching friends of mine that aren't in the program just how to do the things, or teaching them about the editing softwares and stuff, just to kind of have like my own little team, and that seems to work better. So just going back to your morning routine, talk to us about your morning routine, because we all know the power of a morning routine and how that can set the tone for your day. What does that look like for you?
Well, like earlier, I wake up probably around 6 o'clock, grab my phone, and I'm already working. A lot of my clients are international. So different time zones, and all over the world. I got clients in Europe and Australia, New Zealand. So the time difference is huge. So I wake up and typically I'll have a lot of emails and text messages from the night before or over the night. So I'll clean those up, and I'll start posting on my 25 pages that I personally own. And yeah, that takes up like 4 hours, and already in the morning. And then I start throughout the day. I'm still posting contents, maybe scheduling some calls. And then at night, from like 7 to 10 at night, I actually do a lot of my non-video calls at night. So like I have a lot of clients in LA, so that's 3 hours behind. So if I call them at 7, it's 4 o'clock their time. Or like Australia, when it's 10 o'clock, it's like 10 o'clock at night, it's like morning there, right? So
wow,
I'm able to work. So I'm working all throughout the day.
Tell us about some of the mistakes that you've made along the way. What are some obstacles that you've had to overcome, and how have you overcome those obstacles?
There's obviously a lot of obstacles, a lot of learning that I had to do, a lot of mistakes I had to do. A lot of people like to do tons of research before they jump into a niche and start like a niche page and stuff like that. Just create it. You know what I mean? Just start. Why like some people, there's a lot of people that are a lot of sayers but not doers.
Right.
So I in my early stages, I had a lot of big plans that I wanted to do, and I was always talking about it but wasn't doing it. So now I just don't talk and just do.
Yeah.
So that's probably like one of the biggest obstacles in my early stages. But also these platforms have full control in the end. In the end, like I was saying earlier, the whole ban wave with like Twitter, that came out of nowhere, and TikTok did one 3.5 weeks ago.
Wow.
So like TikTok did it, Instagram has done it and stuff like that. They could shut you down for no reason, and there's no support. They don't the support for these platforms are very, very bad, unfortunately. So they could have full control. So anything could happen. But obviously the bigger risk that you take, the bigger reward. So.
Yeah. And that just reminds me of one of my favorite quotes. There are no obstacles or no problems, just situations in need of solutions. And that's just the way that I try to think.
You definitely keep moving forward. Like something happened probably about around the TikTok ban, and to one of my pages on Instagram, and I was able to get it back, luckily, with the connections that I have. But wow. You have to consider it as a loss at the time being, right? And you just got to keep moving forward. We actually talked yesterday, and I told you that one of my pages was actually disabled on Instagram. I actually just got it back this morning.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Wow. One day. What a guy. Congratulations.
Yeah. It's the power of connections and networks.
Yeah.
There you go. Right?
Yeah. Draw that right back.
Yeah. So I was lucky enough to have this connection.
Nice.
The username that I got back is @Christianity on Instagram. A lot of
that's big.
Yeah, it's I've already been reached out by a huge I don't know I haven't really looked into the brand. It happened literally this morning, just before this podcast. Wow. They reached out and offered a big dollar amount just for the username. So it shows you like there's a lot of money, a lot of big brands that want these usernames and stuff like that. That's why I go for the premium usernames. But I got big plans with it. My goal with it is to be a one-stop shop digital church. My goal is to have different pastors in different cities and different languages and different countries, different time zones, and basically be a live Instagram now. It's in beta. I have to check if I have it on a Christianity page, but on Instagram, when now like kind of like Twitch, when you go on live, there's a donation section, so you can actually donate money now. Yeah, which is cool on Instagram. So they're kind of like stealing the Twitch or YouTube live type stuff. Now it's on Instagram. It's in beta. Not every page will have it right now. But imagine doing a live Sunday service and donations are coming in all digitally and all through Instagram. Yeah. So I'm especially with the whole pandemic and like this industry. So I actually Googled it last week. Just in the US, the Christianity religion, estimate value is 1.2 trillion just in the US. So it shows you how much money is going through in this religion, and it's crazy. And all these churches, these massive churches, they're not open during the pandemic. Yeah. So they're losing all this money, and some of these churches are actually shutting down and stuff like that. And that's why this whole digital world and a digital church is massive. It's huge, amazing opportunity here. Interesting. Especially like, for example, like you could be on your way driving and you can be listening to the Sunday service and or like say if you got young kids, you don't want to bring them to the Sunday service, you can literally pop it on Instagram and watch it live or watch it on TV on like a Zoom call, or you know what I mean? Like there's tons of opportunity with this digital church world. So that's basically where I'm going to be building a team. So if anyone's religious watching this podcast and really heavily in the business world want to message me, I'm slowly, I already have one team member already. And ideally I'm going to want hopefully a massive team. And right now it's the early stages of just posting content and getting people on there. But once we start getting it go viral and building out a website and start doing this, I'll definitely need more team members to grow this. Yeah, this is just one project out of 25 on the go. Yeah.
What a guy. Yeah. But so even in terms of maybe not just your business specifically, but the industry in general, how have you seen that change during the pandemic? And I mean, there's obviously been an uptake in people that are engaged in social media.
This is the time. If you're not, it's literally free to post content. Pick your niche, pick your passion, and start posting content. This is the time. Like personal brands right now are huge. Like micro influencers. I have micro influencers that have like 3,000 followers, but they're very niche. And they like, for example, one guy is a video gamer, like a streamer type thing, and he streams League of Legends. He's got 3,000 followers on Instagram, but because he's so niche, he got offered by like a keyboard company and a mouse, like a mouse company, and they're giving him free product and cash on top. So he's getting paid to post content about his about his keyboard and mouse that he uses every single day for the passion that he believes in. So you don't need 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, million followers anymore. Obviously it definitely helps, but even the micro influencers now are making money. So this is the time to jump into your personal niche and start following your dreams and posting the stuff that you truly have passion about, and not like posting stuff that you think will make you money.
Right. And you keep mentioning niche and having niche accounts. Do you think that that's extremely important, or is there like a certain pattern or formula, or can you kind of just go all over the place?
Definitely the more niche you are, the better.
Yeah.
So if you really love fitness, start posting fitness videos and tutorials and maybe different workouts that you do. And you can go into like what your diet is, and like, there's tons of stuff. Do an Instagram live of and try and get people to jump on and do a workout with you, or do a live of your workout and answering questions and stuff like that. Like, being as niche as possible is where you're going to take yourself to the next level.
Interesting. So just as someone myself, even fresh out of school, fresh in the social media scene, what words of advice could you impart in terms of where to begin and how to grow?
Definitely figure out what your niche is, what you truly enjoy and enjoy posting, and don't listen to other people because sometimes if you're posting about fitness videos and that, and people are like, this person now thinks they're a fitness guru and all that type of stuff. Like, it's like what I was saying earlier in the day, like, don't listen. People always have something negative to say about people, and to bring you down and make you think like, oh yeah, why should I be posting that type of stuff? If you truly enjoy it, do it. Basically, those people you don't need in your life.
Agreed.
It's harsh. Maybe that might sound, is like, you don't need negative people in there. You're only here for so long. All right. You never know what could happen. Might as well do something that you truly are passionate about, and not
YOLO.
There it is.
And what's one mistake that I should avoid at all costs, or anyone in general that's in social media?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Maybe you got to know how much content to post to not seem in your face and annoying. So like, and posting different types of content. So that being like the Rios, your normal like timeline posts, and a normal video or an IGTV, and what stories to post and stuff like that. You have to be posting almost on a daily basis, but you don't want to be posting 10 times a day. So that's probably the first thing to do, and pick a niche, pick a theme, and stick with it.
Before I let you go here, let's just jump into my signature questions rather. How would you define success? What does success mean to you?
Probably the worst person to ask that, because what I consider success for me always keeps going up. But I definitely have a lot of milestones, a lot of stepping stones to get me to my overall goal. My overall goal always is changing, and it's changing for the better, to go up. Meaning success, just doing what you're truly passionate about. I know I've said this like 6 times now on this podcast.
It's good. Just keep hammering that into people's mind, because it is important.
It's definitely important. I know so many people who, went to school for example, the one guy I know, he went to school for accounting, but he had a huge passion for travel, and like creating content for travel. And he's still in a corporate world, and he literally hates his life. He's been there for over a year, and I think now he's on the edge of just fully leaving his job and following his passion and traveling. He's going to start traveling the world, hopefully when the pandemic opens, and focus on genuinely making content and like videography and photography and stuff like that for his Instagram, and working with brands and stuff like that. So finally convinced him. Obviously we're young, right? Like, especially in your 20s, even in your 30s, right? Take the chance. You can always pick up a job. Yeah. In the worst case, you know what I mean? Right? There's ways now, like, you can do skip the dishes. You know what I mean? You can still pick your own hours. Yeah. You can still pick up your own hours and still focus to make like ends meet, and still make money on the side, and follow your passion and stuff like that. So
definitely. And like you said, these are the times of life to kind of make these mistakes and just do what you want to do. And I always like to keep in mind, I will never miss an opportunity to mess up.
You don't want to get old and then realize, I should have did this, or, this is why you truly, genuinely, this is the time to follow your passions and do what you truly enjoy.
Who are some of your role models, Brandon? Who are the people that you look up to and want to aspire to be like?
I would say two people. One of them is definitely my dad. My dad's a huge business guy.
Aww.
Hey, I know. But he's definitely helped myself and my sisters and my family, and even my wife helped us get us, put us in the best position possible. But he's a crazy entrepreneur. This guy is an animal. He owns his own tax place in the Falls. One of the bigger ones in the Falls, but he's also a senior vice president of a footwear company as well in Stony Creek. And he has tons of clients. He has investment properties. He's definitely a guy who a person that I definitely look up to, and definitely the guy does 10 jobs. He has 10 different revenue, money coming in from everywhere. And he's always investing, always looking for new opportunities and stuff like that. So he's definitely the level that I definitely want to get to. And someone that's not, that I don't know personally is definitely Mark Cuban. That guy's a legend. That guy is an animal. And another reason why I like him is he's heavily getting invested in the social media world, especially Instagram. He's full-fledged taking over pretty much everything basketball related, but he's diversing a bit now into the sports niche as well, getting premium pages, premium usernames on Instagram, just Instagram too. So to see someone that powerful and have that much money, putting a lot of money into acquiring accounts on Instagram, shows you that at least shows me that I'm in the right spot. And it definitely, the reason why I say it's not going anywhere, Instagram, Facebook, they're always changing. They have millions of people on there. No matter how big another social media platform comes out, like TikTok, they can't compete.
And just one more question for you there, man. If you could go back in time and give a younger version of yourself some advice, what would you say to yourself?
Similar to earlier in the podcast is start sooner. Don't listen to people. Start sooner. Get fully invested into it. Of just learning as much as I can of the social media industry back then, and put more money and investment into it. I started out free, which is good. It's free to create an account. But if I put money into advertising and stuff like that, that 500,000 followers in the first week could have been 2 million followers in the first week, right? So I was lucky enough to get into this world early enough, and I'm lucky enough to still be in this world and always evolving and always growing in this industry. So
for sure. And where can our listeners find you online?
The best is Instagram at Brandon Mimms. You can reach out to me on Facebook as well. I'm just Brandon Mimms. Both of them have the blue check mark now, as I'm verified now. So there's a lot of fake accounts of me, people trying to steal clients from me or trying to ruin my name type thing. So I'm now verified. So just look for the blue check mark, and so you know that you're actually messaging me and
the real one.
Not, the real Brandon Mimms. Yeah. So,
wow, man! Congratulations on everything, and best of luck in the future. And everybody can find Brandon's links all in the description.
Perfect. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Anytime.
I'd like to close today's episode with a quote from Herb Brooks that says, "Risk something or forever sit with your dreams." We all can be successful just like Brandon, but we must take control of our lives and think outside of the box. Be sure to follow Brandon Mimms on social media. You can find all of his links in the show description. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to The Jordan James Show. And while you're there, please give us a nice rating and review. We're available for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and at thejordanjamesshow.com for more exclusive content. I'm your host, Jordan James, and we'll see you next time as we continue to discover the path to success on The Jordan James Show.
During COVID-19, during the pandemic, there was a lot of chaos going on, and we thought, what could we do throughout this period of time where instead of focusing on these problems, we could think of an opportunity.
My name is Matthew Evanson. I am co-founder and head coach at F.I.T Performance.
My name is Manana Bijue. I'm 21 years old, and I am the co-founder and head coach here at F.I.T Performance.
We initially met on our first day at fitness and health promotion at Durham College. Throughout that, we started to study together a little bit more, and we really noticed that we had a really good work connection. We could work well together.
So we started brainstorming. You know, Matthew and myself would hop on calls every day, trying to think, create an idea. What can we do to really make an impact that can also change people's lives? And that's when we decided to come up with F.I.T Performance, which is now our company that we are very proud and very happy to bring to you guys. Our company offers personalized, tailored workout programs specific to your body that are safe, efficient, effective, and enjoyable.
We also have our training insights, which dive into the science behind some of our movements and what's happening exactly to your body when you're working out, when you're doing these types of things.
There you go, come on! Squeeze that back, come on. Come on, Matthew.
What sets us apart is our focus on lifestyle and mindset and training insights. We believe that focusing more on health as a holistic view and overall, physical and the mental aspect of things, focusing on overall wellness, we think not only provides you with more information and knowledge, but it helps with a better transformation and an overall healthy lifestyle. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you're interested on taking the first step to an everlasting journey of growth, physically, mentally, and emotionally,
feel free to reach out to us on our social media. We'll link our information at the end of the video, and we'd be more than happy to help you set and achieve your health and fitness goals by leveraging our functional improvement techniques. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time, and we hope to connect with you soon. Take care.